Okay, so an auto insurance company has 10,000 policyholders. Each policyholder is classified as young or old, male or female, and married or single. Of these policyholders, 3,000 are young, 4,600 are male, and 7,000 are married. The policyholders can also be classified as 1,320 young males, 3,010 married males, and 1,400 young married persons. Finally, 600 of the policyholders are young married males. Calculate the number of the company's policyholders who are young, female, and single. So I drew a diagram to sort of try to organize everything so I can figure out what I'm looking for. So remember, I'm looking for young, female, and single, and the shaded area is young, female, and single, and I will show you how in a second. So young and old are broken up into this section and this section, where young is all of this and old is all of this. Boy and girl, or male and female, is broken up. Male is all this section, and female is all of this section. And single and married, everything inside of this box here is married, and everything outside of that box is single. So now you can see that this shaded area is young, single, and female. So the first thing I can actually find is young and female, because I know the number of young. I know the number of young here. And of course, this information I got from up here, right? So the number of young is 3,000, young number of male is 4,600, number of married is 7,000, etc., right? That's all that information here. So the number of young and female, so the number of young and female is going to be the number of young minus the number of young and male, or sorry, boy, right? So young and boy, right? This whole thing here is going to be this whole thing minus this piece here. So we have that here. That's going to be, so number of young is 3,000 minus young and male is 1,320. And that gives me 1,680. Now I know this here. Now I can actually find young, female, and married. And I'll show you in a second how. So I can now find young, number of young, female, and married. Because the number of young, female, and married is going to be the number of young and married. So this whole thing here. So young and married. The number of young and married minus the number of young married males, which is what I have. Young married males minus number of young and married and male. And that's going to give me, so young and married is 1,400. And young and married and male is 600. So that gives me 800. Now, I have young, girl, and married. So this is easy now. To find young, girl, and single, all I have to do is young and girl, which is what I have, young and girl, right? So this is that whole thing, minus young, girl, and married, which is what I found here. So the number of young and girl and single, which is what I'm trying to find, is equal to the number of young and girl minus the number of young and girl and married. And we found the number of young and girl is 1,680. And the number of young, girl, and male is 800. So that gives me 880. So we found the number of young, female, and single. It's D, 880.